Hey, Presley, don't you think it's time to update your mother on the details? I'm so eager to know everything. Tell me everything.
Hey, Mom. Details about what?
Your wedding! You're marrying such a good catch. I'm excited to hear how the planning is going. Whatever you've already chosen, let me know. I want to hear about it all.
Oh, wedding stuff. Well, about that, I have some news.
Oh, how exciting! It feels like just yesterday you were still my baby going to school. And now look at you. I can't believe you're getting married to the company president's son. Have you found a venue yet? A garden would be lovely, especially in the spring. Oh, I know. Maybe you've picked a grand estate. It would be perfect for your fairy tale wedding. To think that my own daughter gets to have such a lavish wedding. I'm so proud to be your mother. I'm so glad to know that all those years I spent raising you weren't for nothing.
I know you're so excited for me, and I hate to let you down like this. But we broke up.
What? You two aren't together anymore?
Yeah. We broke up last weekend. We thought it would be best for both of us if we separated.
Last weekend? And I'm only hearing about this now.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. It's been a bit hectic lately at work, so I kind of forgot to give you a call or something.
Wait, hang on. Can you just back up and explain this to me? Like, what do you mean you two broke up? Wedding planning can be really stressful, so it probably got a little overwhelming for you two. I'm sure it was just your usual lover's spat. Nothing too serious. It's probably not worth breaking up over, right? Don't tell me you two really broke up. You're still going through with the wedding, right?
We aren't together anymore. We split up, going in different directions. To put it plainly, we broke off the engagement. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the wedding's not happening anymore.
What the heck happened? What is the meaning of this? You could have had it all. You could have married into such a rich family, but you threw it all away. Are you insane? How could you make such a stupid decision?
There were a couple of reasons why we broke up. It's kind of complicated.
Well, you better start explaining it to me right now. I deserve to know. I already told all of my relatives. I told everyone that you were going to be the wife of some hotshot company heir, and that our families were going to join together. They all know. What am I supposed to tell them now? They'll think I made it all up.
Mom, why would you run your mouth like that?
Forget about that. I won't accept this. You need to make up with him right away. Get back together with Paul.
I don't want to.
You ungrateful brat. Children should do as their parents say.
Mom, why are you acting like this?
Don't you think you've made me angry after spouting all of that ridiculous nonsense? It's only natural that I'd act like this. You better beg him to get back with you.
You're just overreacting. I don't really need to go that far. I'm not going to do that. Moreover, this was a mutual decision. Even his parents have accepted it. What's your problem?
Well, I can't accept this. You think I'll let this slide so easily?
Huh? I told you Paul and I decided this together.
No, you two are getting back together. Do you hear me? You can't pass up this golden opportunity to marry into money. Until you two make up, I won't let you come back home.
Mom, you're being too much.
Robert, I would prefer to avoid you altogether, but recent events leave me no choice but to have a direct conversation with you.
Well, it seems that little Heidi has wandered back into my life again. How quaint. I see that you're still dwelling on your failed attempt to involve the police in our business, huh? How pathetic. I can't believe you're naive enough to think that they would actually help you.
Well, nice try hiding like a coward when the police arrived that day. You didn't even have the guts to open the door for them. I bet you were quaking in your boots, praying that the police would leave as soon as possible, correct? That's quite understandable, actually. I don't even have to be there to know how scared you and your family were.
Scared? Me and my family weren't home, that's all. Why would we be scared of the police anyways? Don't you recall that almost my entire family is part of the police force? Use your brain sometimes, you absolute walnut. Anyways, why do I owe the pleasure of talking to you again?
Gosh, you and your family's ignorance is as profound as a black hole, isn't it? Well, I'm not trying to waste my time talking with someone who's immune to reason, so I'm gonna make this quick. Listen, I haven't received any of my recent deliveries. Do you happen to know where they are?
Your deliveries? Why do they have anything to do with me? I'm not your scapegoat. Stop calling me out for everything that goes wrong with you and your family. Gosh, you never fail to get on my nerves, do you?
Look, I know both of you and I are not fond of talking to each other, but I have to because it's about my missing parcels. I waited patiently for my packages to arrive, but after weeks, they still haven't shown up. When I contacted the shipping company, they informed me that your wife had received them on my behalf. I'm not accusing you of anything, but I need to know if you're keeping my deliveries.
Are you daydreaming again, Heidi? I feel so sorry for you. Your hallucinations are getting worse and worse. Honestly, a total nutcase like you should be locked up in some madhouse. Consider yourself lucky that you're still able to run around and talk to me like this.
I seriously don't have time nor patience to argue back and forth with you. So I'm asking you one last time. Do you, your wife, or son have my packages? If so, where are they now? If you continue to deny that you have them, I'll have no choice but to call the shipping company and have a confrontation between you, me, and the delivery staff from the company. Then we'll be able to tell who is lying and who is not.
Do whatever you want. I couldn't care less anyway. Even if I told you I have your packages, what would you do about it then? Are you planning to search my house or call the police on me again? Either way, I'll be the one who gets the last laugh. You know I have the police in my pocket, don't you? Regardless of God knows what plan you can come up with to take revenge on me, I'll always find a way to get back at you. Remember that.
My goodness. I have never seen anyone who's more unreasonable than you. Look, don't push my boundaries too hard or else you'll regret it. I bet you still remember the last time one of your cars was towed away by a wrecker.
You witch! So you're the one who moved my car without my permission? You made me run around like a headless chicken for nearly 2 hours trying to find that car.
Well, you brought it on yourself. I'd given you a reasonable amount of time to move your cars away, hadn't I? I even tried to talk some sense into you, but it was like talking to a brick wall. You left me with no other option but to resort to stronger measures.
How dare you violate my privacy and my citizen rights? I'm gonna sue you and put you in jail. You'll regret the day you ever crossed me. No one messes with me and still gets out well and alive. You and your family make no exception. I swear to God, you're gonna experience my wrath like you've never felt before.
Well, go ahead and take legal action against me. I'm fully aware of my legal privileges. As a matter of fact, I'd be glad if you sued me, so I don't have to waste my time bringing our issue to the police's attention. I have done enough research and even consulted an attorney, so I can say with confidence that my action is totally legal here.
You think that you're outsmarting me, huh? You broad. I swear I'm gonna make you feel sorry for what you did. No one in this neighborhood, I say no one, dares to cross the line and challenge me head on. Since you're the first one, I won't be hesitant to make you suffer. Mark my words, you'll soon be in jail asking for my forgiveness.
Yeah. I've already got a good read on you, so I know that you're nothing but a loudmouth coward. You always talk a big game, but I'm sure you're not willing to back it up. By the way, don't forget to inform me when the police arrive. so that I can provide them with the compelling evidence exposing your despicable acts against our family. Robert, tell me, what the hell is going on? The police unexpectedly arrived and searched my home, where they found a bag containing a white substance that I have no idea how it got there. Now they are summoning me to appear in court for drug possession. And they said that you're the one who filed a police report against me. I honestly have no idea what's happening right now. Tell me, Robert, why are you accusing me of a crime I didn't commit?
Congratulations, Heidi. You've almost made it to jail, where you truly belong. I'm so happy for you, and I can't wait until the day you're out of my sight for good. You've been a thorn in my side for far too long. I'm so glad that I'm finally gonna get some peace and quiet.
Look, I haven't got the faintest idea what you're talking about. But I know for a fact that I'm not going to jail, and I don't have anything to do with that thing the police found in my house.
Don't play dumb and make it seem like you're innocent. We both know that you've been a drug dealer and abuser for your whole life. There's no use trying to hide it. My point is, they found the bag in your house. What evidence would be more convincing than that? Enjoy your quality time behind bars. I'll be sending you some flowers every now and then.
I have never abused drugs in my life. I am a normal person, and my friends, family, and colleagues can attest to that. I'm willing to submit to any drug tests that are necessary to prove my innocence. Wait a minute. Something is completely wrong. Robert, tell me the honest truth. Did you frame me?
I framed you? Pfft, what kind of nonsense are you even talking about? You're already facing arrest for illegal drug possession. So I suggest you keep your mouth shut to avoid getting involved in even more trouble. Falsely accusing someone of framing could be construed as slanderous. You're well aware of that, aren't you? I could easily sue you for slander and win a large sum of money if the court finds me innocent.
Well, I would gladly take that risk as long as it helps me throw off your mask and clear my name. I know the kind of person who's willing to do anything to get what they want, even if it means breaking the law or hurting others. And you definitely are one of those people.
Yeah, keep whining and throwing tantrums like an angry baby. Boo-hoo. Why don't you come crying to your mom and dad too, huh?
Don't you dare mention my mother and father.
Oh, mommy and daddy, help me. I'm feeling angry because I just got my ass busted by my neighbor guy for drug smuggling. Please do something, or else I would hit the big house. Gosh, I'm laughing so hard that tears started rolling down my face. Hey, I bet the business is on a roll, huh? I mean, look at the expensive cars you and your husband have. Gosh, why didn't I think of selling drugs before? I would be a millionaire by now.
I can't stand talking with a corrupt, manipulative, and unethical human being like you any longer. You know what? Ain't no way I'm gonna take responsibility for something that I didn't do. I'm gonna talk with an attorney to settle things out. If it was you who framed me and intentionally left a bag of drugs in my house, I'll make sure that you'll be begging for my forgiveness, not the other way around.
Oh, really? Yeah, keep on threatening me with your empty and meaningless words, as if your threats were good enough to scare a fly. To tell the truth, you don't even know where the bag of drugs came from. So how are you gonna make me plead guilty for framing you? I'm so curious. I can't wait to find out what you're gonna do about it. Heidi? I'm surprised to see you're still walking around like a free bird. I thought you'd be in the big house by now, counting down the days until you could get back to your mommy's basement. But I guess you're too much of a wimp to even try to hide. The police will find you eventually, and then you'll be locked up for good. Well, enjoy your freedom while you can, Heidi. It won't last long.
Oh, please. Don't make me laugh, Robert. Why don't you keep those words to yourself, bird brain? Didn't you check your mailbox? The summons letter from the police should be there by now.
What do you mean by summons from the police? Wait, I know. I must be being summoned to receive a reward for helping the police solve a drug smuggling case? This is definitely a win-win situation for me. I can't believe I killed 2 birds with just 1 stone. Goodness gracious, why didn't I think of this plan sooner?
And what exactly is the plan that you're mentioning, Robert?
Plan? What plan? It has nothing to do with you. Don't stick your nose in my affairs.
Well, Robert, I don't even need you to tell me what there is to know about it. You think you can pull a fast one on me? Well, I'm not so easily fooled. I already knew all about your stupid scheme. If I were in your shoes right now, I would use every ounce of my mental energy to create the most persuasive falsehoods in order to avoid going to jail, even though it would all be in vain.
You're not wrong. There's actually a summons in my mailbox. Wait, what? Why did the police suddenly claim that you're innocent? And I'm the one who's actually at fault? What is this all about? Heidi, I'm at your front door at the moment. Show up and give me a good reason about all of this.
Well, Robert, I guess you didn't see it coming, huh? I guess you thought you could get away with it, huh? But I'm not so easily fooled. I know exactly what you and your son did last Tuesday. You played the role of a delivery man to keep me busy, while your son snuck in through my open front door and hid the bag of drugs under my bed. I was in your plan all along. So you should know about it better than anyone.
What? How did you find out about it? Wait. You're just trying to scare me, aren't you? I bet you're just wild guessing, that's all. Keep making things up without evidence and see if the police will believe any of your nonsense.
Robert, please have some sense of knowledge, will you? Do you really think the police will care enough to summon you to their office if I just tell them about it out of the blue? Look, I have video evidence of your failed attempt to frame me and plant drugs in my house. Don't think that I'm bluffing, Robert. I have the whole thing on tape. So please, spare me the act because it's not going to help you evade punishment.
How is this even possible? I mean, I was aware of the cameras in your house, so I told my son to be discreet and avoid the areas where they were visible. Gosh, that stupid boy must have slipped up. I knew that I could never trust him to do anything right.
So now you're blaming your son for your own mistakes. You truly never cease to amaze me with how evil and cold-blooded you can be. However, I have the truth on my side, and I'm not afraid to fight for it.
Heidi, my beloved neighbor, I know that there's been a few misunderstandings between us lately, but there's always a solution to everything. Look, we're neighbors. We don't have to be so harsh on each other. Please, Heidi, spare me this time, and I promise I will do anything you want to make amends for my minor mistake.
You call that a minor mistake? You could have put me in jail for years because of it. Honestly, I have to give you credit for faking such a scene. But life doesn't always mistreat innocent people. And bullies like you deserve to get a taste of their own medicine.
Come on, Heidi. You don't have to do this to me. You know what they say. Once neighbors, always neighbors. And what do neighbors do? They help each other out in times of need. So, can you please tell the police that I'm innocent?
Last time I checked, you were so cocky about having your father, brother, and sister-in-law working as police officers. Why don't you just ask them for help then?
Well, if only it was as easy as you make it.
Look, Robert, I'm sure you have a lot of excuses to defend yourself, but save them for the courtroom. You're going to need them to justify your crime. As for me, I'm just here enjoying my well-deserved victory against an aggressive and bullying neighbor like you. And I'll see you in court again soon, Robert. And don't expect me to send you flowers when you're in jail. People like you don't deserve it. A few days after our last conversation, the police raided Robert's house and found a trove of evidence against him. This included drugs, a delivery man uniform, and my missing deliveries. As it turned out, I was right all along about Robert keeping all of the packages. Robert was arrested and charged with drug possession and framing me. He was eventually found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in prison. I was also cleared of all charges and was able to move on with my peaceful life alongside my husband and my 2 beautiful daughters. In the end, Robert's bullying behavior backfired on him. He thought he could get away with his crime, but he was brutally wrong. I was smart enough to collect evidence of his crime and to use it to clear my name. Later on, I discovered that Robert's claim about his family's law enforcement tradition was completely false. He fabricated this story to gain credibility and intimidate his neighbors into not standing up to him when he bullied them. Not only that, but further investigation by the police revealed that Robert had also been smuggling and using drugs for a long time. It's rather absurd to believe that he was the one who actually accused me of drug abuse. I am so relieved to finally be free from Robert, the bullying neighbor. I would never want anyone else to experience what I went through. If you are being bullied by a neighbor, please know that you are not alone. You do not have to suffer alone and in silence. Please stand up for yourself and report the bullying to the appropriate authorities. You deserve to be safe and respected